I'm Zach Tomlinson. I'm interviewing my brother Sam Tomlinson.
I'm a junior at Berkeley High School, and I did volunteer work through this program, Outreach 360, in the Dominican Republic.
How did you find your way to this organization or volunteer group?
There's I have two friends in my grade, Danielle Contor and Katie Barron, and they learned about the program through their friend at Cranbrook. They brought up the idea to Mr. Gowell and told other students about it. And I was very interested when they told me, so I joined.
Okay. Can you tell me some specific? Can you tell me some specifics of what you did during the volunteer group?
Yeah, so we went down to the Dominican Republic in the city of Monte Cristi, and we worked with Outreach to teach students English. These students were first through fourth grade. One day we actually had a field day with them. We played sports with them, got to meet them. And then 4 days we were actually in the school, and we taught them colors and objects, how to introduce themselves. And so there would be a group of kids actually teaching up on the chalkboard and that stuff. And then there would be other helpers interacting with the kids, making sure they're following instructions. And we did that 4 days. And we also did things like the weather, how are you feeling, counting, ABCs, days of the week. Yeah.
Okay. Why did you select this organization or type of volunteer group?
Honestly, I want to go to the Dominican Republic because of the weather, but also I've never done anything like that or really gone to a third world country and maybe I've gone there on resorts, in resorts on a cruise, but never actually been a part of it. And I don't know, maybe I wanted to see what most of the world lives like. I don't really get exposed to a lot of stuff like that. So I was kind of interested in that.
What do you like most about the volunteer work?
Honestly, the kids were definitely the most fun part. They're students, whenever you walked in their room, they were just so happy just to see us there. They love, I don't know, they just love the Americans. They love us being there. Whenever I go in there, the kids that I would sit and help during that hour, they would yell my name and pull me over, and I'd help them out, and they're so excited over just a brand new pencil or a dry erase board. It was just very interesting. They were a lot of fun. They made me laugh every day. It was great.
What lessons have you learned from your volunteer experience?
One thing, being appreciative of what I have, obviously, being in that area, I can appreciate, hot running water, my bed, all the food and clothes and vacations I'm able to get here, and also my education, I realized a lot of people don't have the supplies, the resources, they didn't have a single computer in that school for any students to access, me, I usually kind of just take that for granted at our school, so that, and also, these people aren't helpless, we just serve them, we help, we don't just, they're not helpless, just, it's not just charity, you're just giving away stuff, there's oh, here's food, here, it's you're actually interacting them, helping them, develop as people, helping them, gain more opportunities, so maybe more not help them in the sense of just giving them stuff, but actually interacting with them and helping them learn something they can use for the rest of their life, not just a can of food that they only have for until they eat it or something.
Mm-hmm. How important do you think it is for people to volunteer and devote their time to the community?
I think it's extremely necessary. There's people that aren't as fortunate. There's kids born into poverty, and that's not their fault. That's where they ended up, and they deserve for other humans to help them as much as possible. Obviously you don't want to see tragic stories of people dying of water contamination or stuff where people don't have education, so then they don't get a good education, so then they're in gangs or stuff like that, and they resort to drugs. You want to see every person have an enjoyable life. You want to make sure everyone has opportunities. You don't want to see other people suffer. So I think that's why it's most important. Also, you feel better when you do it. So.
What pieces of the volunteer work left you most satisfied?
what left me most satisfied, that I was able to, you know, contribute to people that had less than I did, you know, to get exposure to the way they live, you know, and I also, they taught me a lot. They taught me, you know, kind of, you know, just you know, kind of, you know, like a little bit more live in the now, you know, have fun with the time that I have, but also, you know, it taught me how to, you know, be patient. Like, you know, you had to really be patient with kids. You know, some of them didn't pick it up a lot, you know. So those things I really valued, and I just valued, honestly, that I had that opportunity.
All right, thanks for sharing.